Hello everyone, welcome back to Ameba 2, and today I'll be showcasing how to do non-design domain 2Ds. On the example of our top, that we have a result calculated on the right hand side. The component is not practical for use because the bridge surface is irregular. So on the bottom, there we have example that preceded non-design domain. This helps us to create our practical model for our practical uses after the calculation. In the following step, I'll be showing you how to achieve this effect. So after opening Rhino, we go to top view and then create a surface similar to our example. And now we want to do the split on the geometry. Then we want to put our constraints on. And then mirror this curve to the other side. And now we want to split this surface into 3 components. Type in split, select this 2 curve. And now our surface split to 3 parts. I would like to join them back together. Join. And now back in one piece. And ready to put in Grasshopper. So open up Grasshopper. So as we can see, we got our canvas. Go to our Ameba 2 ribbon. Select Ameba Geo. Drop to our canvas. Type in group. Connect our component. And right click set. And our geometry has been assigned to this component. So the next step is assign load and the constraint. So put in load and constraint on a canvas, and we set our load into -2, -1, 0. And then put on our y-axis and connect Ameba Geo to the following 2 components. And then we'll put our constraint on both sides. And press select to select our constraint. And press enter. Now we've got 2 constraint points. And we press select on the edges that we would like to do our loads on. And now the domain of the support and constraint has been set. Next part, there we go to pre-processing component. Drop down canvas and connect the loads and support. The next step, we would like to click the edit setting to make sure your solver type is topology optimization. And then material, now we use ABS, or you can welcome to set your custom materials. And we set the rest of default and click the left hand button to confirm. After finish that, we would like to select mesh parting to our canvas and select preprocess information, connect to it. And now we would like to set our workspace and project name. Panel. And we set our project name. Okay, perfect. So now we connect our workspace and project name. Now we generate our size of our component. So we type in 0.5 according to the size range, connect to our component, and right click the component and press start. And the component has been successfully mesh parted. So the next step that we would like to show you how to do non-design domain on Ameba 2. So we go to our element index in mesh, drop to our canvas, drop our Ameba mesh, connect to the component, and now we type improve. On this part, we would like to assign a geometry on the surface. So we would like to create extrusion on top of our range that we'd like to do the constraints on. So as we see here, create a geometry right on top of the low, and then we would like to go to our right view to give it a center value. And then we want to go back to our grasshopper, assign this group component to our geometry, and now it has been set it. So connect this component to our domain mesh, and then go to Ameba 2 ribbon, find non-domain component, drop to our canvas, and connect element index to element index. And the next step, we would like to use add mesh domain information, and drop that component to our canvas, and connect the information part from mesh parting to this component, and connect the mesh domain component with this component. And now we're ready for cloud calculations. So we go to our solver, drop to our canvas, connect the info, open a window. As we see our usual calculation menu, and we'll go to US Silicon Valley and press start. So after a brief moment of waiting, our results came back, went through 57 steps of calculation, and now we would like to see the result on our Rhino. So go to Ameba 2 ribbon, select display component, and connect our Ameba mesh to the component, and double click on the canvas, press 57, 57, sorry, connect to our steps. Now, as we can see, our component has been fully generated. We would like to go to our diagram to see. As we can see, our non-design area has been fully covered by our geometries. All the miscalculation and non-constructible part of our geometry has been fixed up. So let's go back to our grasshopper and review our component. So first, we capture our component in Ameba Geo and set our load and constraint. Went through pre-processing, mesh parting, and we're going to use element index, connect to non-domain component, and then we connect to our adding mesh domain information and set our cloud solver in the end. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment on our forum. Thank you.